Hello, everybody. How are you? Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Say hello when you come on. Jumping on my other device so that I can find what is going on. Hopefully, Facebook is playing nice. So that I can see who's joining me. It doesn't always tell me who is here. But I'm going to give it a minute. Let everybody jump on. Please say hello when you come on so that I know that you are here. Yes, yes, lots going on, lots going on. Surprise, surprise. 'Tis the season, right? Okay, get everything together here. Okay, dokie. Hello, everyone who has joined me. Somebody's joined me, but Facebook is not letting me see who it is. Say hello, see if Stampin' Up, yeah. How about, there it is. Hi, Dawn. I hope you're feeling better. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry you guys have to go through this. Nasty. It's the worst part about seasons changing is colds. Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Kristen Conant and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and you are joining me live in the Create with Love Stampin' Studio. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. First things first, April 15th, Stampin' Up! Is making some big changes for the better, but it requires something on your part. And that is, you need to go online to my store, which is on this flyer here on the table. And you need to set up your own personal account now. Why is that? Because we are changing the way we are doing rewards. It is going to be an awesome thing, I think. But it's a huge mind shift for me because I'm used to doing it a certain way, right? For the last over 26 years, just about 26 and a half years now. So my brain has to really change the way of thinking. But the rewards, oh my gosh, you guys, now with a $20 order, retail order, before shipping, handling, and tax, you will now receive rewards, but you have to have an online account. And the reason they're doing this too is because it adds security measures for you on if you want to have a credit card on file with them. We are no longer as demonstrators allowed to handle that. It's just the way things are nowadays, right? Every time we go online shopping, we have to have passwords and all the things, right? So that they know that it is us. We, Stampin' Up!, is joining that realm as well. So please go online, please set up your account. This new way of doing things starts on the 15th of April. And I really do not want you to miss out on your rewards. So please go online and set up your personal account. Okay. As a reminder, Paper Pumpkin is coming up. March 11th is the deadline to sign up for, March. Sorry, I read that here, March 11th. No, we're beyond that. We are heading toward April 10th. Sorry, guys, you have until April 10th to sign up for the upcoming Paper Pumpkin. There is also going to be a slight increase in most of Stampin' Up! Products. So, be aware that Paper Pumpkin is no exception. It is minimal. So go in, sign up for the Paper Pumpkin. Look at how pretty this box is. I'm excited to see what's inside of it. That is all they give us. They tell us like there's 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, but they don't tell us a whole lot about it. So I'm excited to see that one. So you have the 10th of up until the 10th of every month to sign up for Paper Pumpkin. It is a box of crafting fun that is delivered to you in your mailbox, and I look forward to getting mine each and every month. My husband knows. He usually picks up the mail on his way up the driveway when he gets home from work, and he knows that I am patiently waiting for the Paper Pumpkin. So yeah, he hands it to me as soon as he gets through the door when it comes in. May is beautiful. I love the sneak peek we have here. It's an outdoor theme. It says that you can create Father's Day cards, but don't let that deter you, because oh my gosh, who doesn't love an outdoor themed card? They're great for sympathy, thinking of you, just so many different things. So I'm excited about that one. And then June says it's full of charm. Again, not a whole lot of information there, and that's okay because we like a surprise, right? Stampin' Up! Started last year, so this is a year and 3 months now, because they're doing this for the next 3 months. Stampin' Up! Has designed a set of dies to coordinate with a quarter's worth of Paper Pumpkin. So January, February, March is the first quarter. April, May, and June. Oh, we're in the second quarter, aren't we? Jeez, I better catch up with the time. Anyways, they come out with these 3 dies to go with the next 3 months of the Paper Pumpkins. And you do not need these to complete the projects, but it does expand your creativity abilities, right? Your creating abilities. So love that they coordinate, and this is the only way you can get them. You can't order them. Same with Paper Pumpkin. The only way you can get it is to be a subscriber. So check those out. Okay, going along with what I first talked about setting up an online account, a personal account, and the new reward system, Stampin' Up! Is also jumping on with the way of online shopping, right? We've been working up to this now for quite some time. Most of you are aware that we do have online exclusives, and the online exclusive presence, shall we say, has been building, meaning we're getting more and more items that you can see online now versus a catalog. Again, most companies, that's the way you have to shop from them, right? You have to go online and look at things online. Most of them you don't get a catalog for, right? You have to go online and look at it that way. So Stampin' Up! is also going that way. So that's another reason why you want to get familiar with going online, because I don't want you to miss out on anything that Stampin' Up! Has to offer. So we have tons of online exclusives, and y'all, they are coming out with some new ones in May, and they are amazing. Not only do we have a new catalog launching in May 6th to be exact, but we also have a bunch of online exclusives that are launching that same day as well. So you want to go online, check it out. We do have online exclusives right now, so don't wait. Go on there and check these out. Here's a little sneak peek of what is online right now. This is not the pre-order stuff. This is available for you to order right now, and I love this suite. So go online and check that out. Now, did you know that I do classes just about every week here in the Create with Love studio? I do. I do classes consistently, so you can set your calendar. So it doesn't matter what month, you will know which classes I do each and every month. It is very consistent. There's always an exception, right? The exception is if I'm going on vacation And we have one of those coming up. So let's go over my calendar so that you can set up your calendars for the rest of the year on what I offer. Okay, here's how it goes. The first and last Monday of every month, I do a product-based class. What changes is the products that I'm offering and the price that I'm offering it at, because of the products that I choose. These product-based classes, you do need to RSVP with a prepayment 3 weeks prior, because I need to order products and get them in, because I cut everything, have everything ready, bows, everything that you need to create the cards, so that you just get to stamp and have fun. You don't have to worry about the measurements, the cutting, all the things. You just get to play. You will go home with lots of leftovers, and then you can either recreate the projects that we do here together, or of course you can create your own. Now, typically what is included with the product-based class is the designer series paper, a ribbon or twine, and an embellishment. Okay, what is not included are the inks, the cardstock extras I'm talking about. You do get the card based pieces and stuff with the class, but outside of the class, what you don't get, to be clear, is extra cardstock to create projects at home. You need to order them ahead of time, as well as stamp sets and dies, or stamp sets and punches, depending on which bundle is chosen for the class. Okay, but if you would like to add on the stamp set and dies, or the stamp set and punch, and some more cardstock and the inks and things, we can add those on when you RSVP, so that when you come to class, you can pick up your items here at class, make the cards here with me, and then when you go home, you have everything you need to create more of those beautiful cards at home on your own. Or absolutely, you can go rogue, I call it, and create your own cards, right? So again, first and last Monday of every month is product-based class. Second Monday of every month is my 10-card class. My 10-card class is designed so that you make one of each of the 10 cards. And these are simple but super cute cards, and it is a great way to fill your box at home, to have cards on hand ready to go for when the occasions rise that you need a card for, right? So that is my 10-card class. Then the third Monday of every month is my 6-card class. In the 6-card class, you do 2 each of 3 designs, and this class is free with a minimum purchase. So another great way to have extra cards in your box to send to somebody. Then the third Thursday of every month is our Kit Together. The Kit Together is also a 3-week prior, so that you can pick a kit, pay for it, get it shipped here. We ship it here so that you don't have to remember to bring it with you to class. It'll be here waiting for you. I pause because I'm trying to think of how I want to word this, because sometimes you just don't know if you can make it, and it's like you think you can't, and then things change in your schedule, right? And now all of a sudden it's like, oh man, I could have gone to class. Well, on my kit card class, kits are one thing that's stamped up in our policy. We are allowed to cash and carry. So I do have a few kits on hand so that you could pick one that is here if you wish to. But if there's a particular kit that you are wishing to get, then let's order that ahead of time for you so that it's here for you when you come to class. But like I said, if you decide at the last minute that you do want to come, I do have some kits on hand that I am allowed to sell you. Okay, the last Monday in April, I am not going to be here. So Monday, April 28th, there is no class. In April, we have been going kind of southeast ish because we've changed it up a little bit, and we go side by side riding. And so April 28th, that week, I am going to be gone, and we are going to be playing probably in some mud and dirt and just having a good time, relaxing and clearing our minds, so to speak, right? So one last thing, I do not have a flyer printed up yet, but Monday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, we're going to have a fiesta here in the Create with Love Stampin' Studio. Monday, May 5th, we are going to do a catalog launch party. We have a new catalog coming out, and my launch parties are so much fun. This is the one class that you want to hurry up and RSVP for because it fills up, it sells out. The reason being is I have limited space, but what we do at the catalog launch party is we as demonstrators are allowed to purchase things ahead of time. And Stampin' Up! Started the last week of March, I believe it was, around the 25th-ish, somewhere around there. We as demonstrators could start ordering some of these products, get them in, play with them, create samples, and have samples here for you to look at for the catalog launch party. As well as you get to see some of these items in person, touch, feel, see all the things and how much different they look in person versus online or in a catalog. And of course, it's a party. We have so much fun. You do need to RSVP. Like I said, the space is limited, and it's also so that we gather here in the studio, so of course we have to do stamping. It allows me to have a kit ready for you to play with that night as well. Okay, so please RSVP for the catalog launch party on May 5th. We will be here at 7 p.m. Okay, so that is the classes that are in the Create with Love studio. That, like I said, there are several things to see online. You already saw a flyer on online exclusives, so you want to go online and check that out. We also have scrapbooking products. Now, I know you're saying, I don't scrapbook, but you know what? All of our products are very interchangeable. So get the scrapbooking or the stamping term, use it loosely, because you can use any of the items for your card making. You can use any of the items for your scrapbooking, okay? And there are some super duper cute things in our scrapbooking brochure, so you want to check that out while you're online as well. Okay, just said we're having a catalog launch party coming up, right? Cinco de Mayo, which means we have to say goodbye to some catalogs as well. So one of those is our mini catalog. This came out January 7th, and will be leaving us May 5th is the last day that you can order from this. But don't wait, you guys, because the things sell out, they are gone. They won't be getting them back in, okay? I would really be sad if you miss out on those items that you really wanted. So do not wait. Also, because we're phasing out of catalogs and going to a new catalog, Stampin' Up! Has online last chance items. And some of those items are now on sale. Oh, yeah. What's better than a sale, right? So go online, check out all the things, both the mini catalog, online exclusives, and the annual catalog, because there are items, like I said, that are in the last chance list, which means once they're gone, they're gone. They are not coming back, okay? If they're on the last chance list, this is the last you're going to see them, okay? So, ta-da! isn't this pretty? Oh my gosh. Love this. Okay, this was last year's catalog. Although it was a nice catalog, this is so much prettier. Love the look of the new catalog. Now, I am not allowed to show you anything that is between the covers. So, I am going to toss this aside because I know me, I would accidentally open this and I do not want to break Stampin' Up! Policy. But if you're local to me and you would like to have an annual catalog, please let me know and I can get you an annual catalog, okay? That's if you're not currently working with another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I would love to get you the catalog. Okay. Remember the last chance items I said you want to go online and check out? You want to go check them out. Today, I have some things that I am going to be sharing with you. And, I'm trying to think if the one is going, no, the one is online exclusive, so you're going to see online exclusive. There are some things that I'm using that are staying current, but there are some things that I'm using that are leaving. But you guys, if you've been following me for a while, you know that one of my things that I absolutely love is a sketch challenge, right? Well, last week I did some cards with you and I decided to take one of those cards and use that layout. And I have that card plus one other that I did before coming on here. And I thought we would do one card together and then I will show you the samples that I have to share with you. But it's using the same layout, but we're changing it up a little bit, and I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. So, one of the cards that I'll be showing you is I used this stamp set, Country Flowers, and this stamp set, I believe, is on the last chance list right now. I was on there very briefly before I came on, and I believe this one is leaving, and it's hard. It's a catch-22. We're sad when they leave, but we know there's some super cute things coming, right? But we always hate to say goodbye to some things, and the Country Flowers, for me, is one of those things that makes me sad that's going. But the card we are going to make together is another one that is on the last chance list, and I'm sad that it's going. Now, typically, if you know me, this is not typically my style, but it's so cute. I just love this. You can get the dies separately, you can get the stamp set separately, or you can get a bundle. But go online and check these out. I love these because they are quick stamping. Even though you have to color them in, they color really quick, they stamp quick. And look at these dies. We have these dies that you can cut out each of the images here, and you could stamp, I believe, and die cut these, although it'd be hard to line it up. I think this was more designed to stamp and then fill it with things. But they also have this die here where you can do a standalone cart, and I think this is stinking cute, and so I'm going to use this with you today. Also is this, yes, this is in the mini catalog. I never got the dies to this. This is called Friends of the Ocean 12x12 DSP. And as you can see, it does have a ocean theme on one side of it. I love the brightness of the colors. We have these guys that you can cut out. If I would have purchased the stamp set in the, because it's all about shopping, right? I thought of you, Dawn, when I put this one together. I'm like, I know who's going to love this one. But anyways, the crabs and lobsters, you can use the dies that are in the bundle to cut these out, the larger ones out. but then there's smaller designs. But do you see the back side of the paper has a generic theme to it? So that's why I got it, because even though I didn't get the seaside or ocean friends, or what is it called? It's on the back of here. Yes, Friends of the Ocean. There we are. I bought it because I like all the neutral patterns in here. And so today we're going to use some of this DSP. Now I did a lot of pre-prep work today to make the project go quicker for you. Like I said, I have a couple other samples to share with you. And so again, to get the ocean out of your mind, we are going to be using the Attention Shoppers. Just in honor of you, Dawn, so you can go shopping. Okay, so another one of your favorite colors here is Lemon Lime Twist. And so this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And so I'm going to line up the corners. Dawn loved this color so much. Her studio that she had before she moved into the home she's in now was just about this color. I think it's a little closer to Granny Apple Green, but it's very, very close to this. And we loved that color. Okay, again, Lemon Lime Twist, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of basic white, 4 by 5 1/4. I need a piece of basic white that is 2 7/8 by 3 7/8. I have a piece of pumpkin pie that is 3 by 4. Then I have a piece of Melon Mambo that is 1 1/8 by 1 7/8. I know, 8s. It'll be okay, I promise. Then I have a piece of white that is 1 by 1 3/4. Okay. And then you are going to need, and then I forgot that. Shoot. You need some scraps of white to stamp your images on. You need some scrap of smoky slate. And this one was 2.5 by 2 3/4. And what I did is I applied our adhesive sheets to the back of it. And then I die cut it out. And so what it does is it puts adhesive on the back of it. And you can see where the creases are from the papers. I left a little gap so I knew where the edges were so I could pull it apart easier, peel off the backing. So I went ahead and die cut the cart out ahead of time, as well as stamp my images of the items I want in the cart. And I also took my Stampin' Blends and colored these in. And I used the colors that Stampin' Up! Puts on the back of the DSP. Did you know that Stampin' Up! Puts all of the colors on, not all of them, hear me out, let me finish. The colors that are used, there we go, in the designer paper are listed on the back of the designer paper packs. Sometimes they're hard to read because they're in very small writing, so I highly encourage you. The white cardboard that information is on, that is a scrap piece. That is not part of the DSP, but it helps protect your paper in shipping. But what I recommend is on that paper, if it is hard for you to read the colors, take a Sharpie marker and write all the colors down so that you can see them better. So these are the colors that are in the DSP that I was just showing you. So I went ahead, stamped them ahead of time, and colored them in so you would not be bored. Now I am going to take a piece of this DSP, and this measures 4 inches by 5 inches, and we need to do a little bit of cutting on this. And so I brought my paper trimmer in here, And we are going to cut these into 1-inch strips. So super, super easy to remember. So I'm going to go over to the 1-inch mark. And I want to keep these in order. So I'm cutting these into 1-inch strips. Okay. And so you should end up with 5 1-inch strips. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's my pieces. Okay, so now what I need to do is, and I thought I had one, I did not, but that's okay. We're gonna remedy this. I need a piece for inside. I like to bring a little bit of the outside to the inside of my card. Oh, I found it. I put it back in here. Okay. Is that one? Yep. Okay, we're going to run it the other way. Okay, so I have a 1/2-inch piece, and this one I'm going to end up cutting it down. But I am going to, on my 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece, put a little bit of adhesive on the edge. The reason I didn't put it on the DSP is because it is much longer than I need. So I put it on the edge of the cardstock so that when I flip it over, I can now take my scissors and chop that off. Okay, so there we go. And then this one is now the liner for the inside of my card. So we are going to go ahead and get this out of our way. And that is going in there like so. Oh dear, I think I was out of camera. Sorry guys, so sorry. This is what it looks like. Okay, I will try to do better. Okay, so now with this, I am going to be putting these across the card. So I'm using the first and last, and I am going to use the middle one. Okay, so let me see, does this help? I'm going to try to move up a little bit so hopefully you can see better. I am going to find the middle-ish. So I'm flipping over the piece of DSP. I'm going to put adhesive on the back of this one. Now this is the middle one. And I know I want my pink at the top. And I know the 8-inch mark is the middle. Okay. And so that looks good there. Put adhesive on this one. And this is going to go down here, and I want approximate even border on the 3 sides. I turned it so that I can eyeball it better, okay? And now I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. Put adhesive on this one. This, again, 3 equal borders-ish. Okay. And now, these two, see? Ugh. Okay. This is why I should have probably used other glue. And it's okay. Now, don't freak out of what's under it. I should have brought some. Yeah, that's not gonna. Oh. You know what? It is what it is. Oh, golly. See the difference? I was way off. Should not have started in the middle. It's all right. I know another way we're going to fix it. Okay. Okay, this is going to go down here. So don't do what I did. I thought it would be easier to do the middle, but I guess wrong. So I'm just going to put adhesive back on here. Put this one down. This one's still loose. There's going to be a bigger gap here, but it'll all work out. Okay, so now I'm going to take this one, put it back in my paper trimmer, and I'm going to take some of this off because I did not space it out right. Oh, good. Ta-da! There you go. And you know what? You'll see why it's not going to really matter here in just a minute. Oh, golly. Yep. Now, what is my motto in my class? Don't panic. There's always a way to fix it. There we go. You'll see it. It'll be okay. I promise. Okay. So now I'm going to take this white piece that I had. I see I need some under here because that's where I started to peel that up. So, okay. Back at it, Kristen. Okay, on this white piece, this is where we are going to put our main image. And so, I want it kind of over to the side because I know what I am going to be doing next. Okay, so this is how our cart is going to go. And so I am going to start with the wheels. Hold your breath for me and make sure. Pray this one works out the way it's supposed to. Oh, gosh. It's all right. This is alive. What you see is what you get. There are no do-overs, right? Hee hee. Okay. So for spatial relation, I want this over here. Right? Make sure I leave enough room. Yep. Okay. And that's going to go down. Now this has adhesive on it as well, but I do not want to glue that down yet because we kind of got to work on this backwards. We have to work on filling our cart first. So that one, I am going to put adhesive on the back of our package. And then this one, that's going to go more forward. This one, I want toward the center of the cart, and I want it to look like it's sitting in the bottom of the cart. So there is that. Then I want my wine bottle. It is going to go on this side of the bag, and I want to make sure it stays in the cart. So there is that. And now I have my flowers. I'm putting adhesive on here. Again, this is going to go too low. There we go. And then this, double check. This is going to go over here like so. So that part is done. So now, again, this has our adhesive sheets on the back of it. So I'm peeling off the protector of that adhesive. Okay, so now this, we're building our cart. There we go. There's our items in the cart. Okay, so we've got a couple more things. So now I'm going to take this one. I'm putting adhesive on the back of this. This is going to go on here with just a slight border, like so. Okay, and now this is going to go on with dimensionals, and so pull out my dimensionals. And I know you're probably looking at them and going, wait, what? My dimensionals aren't green. Nope, they aren't, but they can be. What I like to do with my dimensionals is I like to take a highlighter and color the back of them, because when you put white dimensionals on white cardstock, it is very hard to tell if you have removed the backing or not. And by highlighting it, you can easily tell at a glance whether you have done it or not. And so now I'm going to take my greeting in Melon Mambo ink, which on the images, because I didn't say, on my images I stamped them with Memento Black and colored them in with our Stampin' Blends markers, which are our alcohol-based markers, and they are phenomenal. If you do not have our alcohol-based markers, you want to get them, because you can blend with them, meaning you can use lights and darks together. And when you color with them, you do not see your color marks. Yes, I stamped that side, but I messed it up. It's all good. I just flip it over and see, when you glue it down, nobody knows it's there. Because did you know that Stampin' Up! Makes paper especially for me? They do. They make it double-sided. So if you make a mistake on one side, you can flip it over and use the other side. Just kidding. Okay, so now we're going to take off the backings of the dimensionals. And then this, I know this is going to go down here. So this is going to go up here and over like so. And then this one is going to go down here. So what I'm going to do is put a dimensional over here and then put adhesive in this corner, because I turned it face down so my greeting is the right direction. I know adhesive needs to be on that corner to go on here. Go on here like so. Okay, and then one last thing, another item that is on a last chance, which I love these, are these little guys here. These are called iridescent adhesive discs. I love these. We've got pinks. There's some whitish colored ones, some bluish colored ones. It's iridescent, so it depends on which direction you move, determines what you see. And so I'm determining whether I want the green or the pink. And I think I am going to go with the green. And I'm going to do one here, one here. Let's do another over here. And I love these. So, okay. And we want one more, because odd is eye pleasing. let's do one down here to draw your eye in to the picture. So with this whole layout, remember in the beginning I said I love card sketches, and so last week I had done this card. Okay, here are the 5 strips. This measurement here is 3 by 4, which is the same measurement as this. So because it's a card sketch, you do have some creativity in. You can turn it this way. See, this is the way it would be. And then this way, I turned it, and it allowed me to move this so that this greeting could be the direction I wanted. Now remember the other stamp set, the Country Flowers, I said that is also being discontinued. Now the Country DSP is carrying over, just I believe that is correct, but the flowers are not. And I went ahead and did this card. Again, same layout. Now this card is bigger. It is longer. See, that's why there's more spacing between your strips. You could cut your strips smaller if you wanted to see more card through it, like I did on this one. See, that's why I said I knew it wouldn't matter, because it all works out when it's all layered together. But this one I kept the same direction, but this one opens this way. This one is 4.5, I think, by 6.5, or 6 1/4, sorry, by 4 1/4. Okay, and these were designed specifically for these cards. And then these two are our standard size card, but this one opens this way. This one is also a top fold, but it's a long card. So anyways, that is why I love card sketches so much, because you can take them, change them up a little bit, and you get a totally different look. So if you like any of the items that I have shared with you today, go online and check it out, because like I said, once the last chance items are gone, they are gone. And so I don't want you to miss out. These are on clearance. The designer paper that I use for this one is going. The stamp set for this one, the stamp set for this one, the dies. This one has dies too. I just did not use the dies on this card, but they are going. So go online, check it out. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you so much. And just a reminder here before we leave, this is the last host code. I am going to leave this up just to the end of the week. I'm sorry. Just to the end of the weekend. So through Sunday, because like I said, Stampin' Up! Is changing the way things are being done, and I don't want to wait till the last minute and miss out on things. So if you use this host code by the end of the weekend, I will give you a gift. And yeah, so thank you so much, everybody. Have a great week, and I will see you next Friday at 2 o'clock as well. Have a great week. Bye, everybody.